Let's do this. Go ahead, man.
So, did you get the part where Kirk had a stomach problem? He got a doctor.
No.
And, no, the doctor is Eric Azraelian, the producer of The Promise. So, at one point, you know, he's in his 90s and he knows he doesn't have many years to live. And he gives all his money, he writes all his money, I guess a couple of $1 billion to Eric.
Wasn't this
Eric Azraelian, Krikorian
project, right?
Yeah. So, and
That's what I
he
read.
sets aside $100 million to, you know, his debt to the Armenian people. That's my understanding. Gives $100 million to this guy, to this doctor, to make a film about the Armenian genocide. I mean, because Kirk, even though he's bought and sold MGM and all these other companies all these years, didn't quite have it together when it came to how movies are made and how the best movies are made. Because the best movies come from the heart of one guy.
Right.
You know, I mean, and the approach is very important. Even Spielberg doesn't mention that Schindler's List is an epic, and that doesn't compare it to Dr. Zhivago and all these massive movies. But these guys do. You can't just call up from the phone book and get a couple of Oscar-winning writers and directors and actors to make a film about your people without any Armenian actors. Listen, they were like, okay, the Armenian people want a genocide film about the genocide. That's a massive movie. Let's give it to them, and here it is. I mean, that's not how movies are.
Don't they have people?
They didn't have. They had the doctor.
No, I mean,
Nice guy.
I'm talking about, you know, the other people, the guys that don't want them to make the movie.
Yeah, but I'm not political. I
Well,
don't get
I know,
political.
but I'm saying, do
I
you
talk
think
about
that-
what I know. Or
All I'm asking is if you think if it has an angle.
Probably
You
does.
know-
There's always an angle. There's
Right.
always in any cause. There's always a buyer and a seller. It's a transaction. There's always the people pro and con. That's just how the world works. It's political.